Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to give you all the information you need regarding studying in the United States. What are the things that you require, the documents, the details that you require to actually be eligible to apply to study in the United States. Okay, now I'm going to tell you straight away, I was personally accepted into one of the topmost universities in the United States. I help a lot of students get there, so you're getting my first-hand experience in this video. Now all of this is information that is verified, and the way I'm gonna go about this is a little bit different. First I thought maybe I'll just make a list, I'll give it to you guys in the video, I'll explain what the things are, but in this case what I think the better way would be is if I take you to the top 2 or top 3 universities, their official websites, and I'll show you what they require. So if you can get into the, if you can fulfill the requirements to get into the top universities, I think you can fulfill the requirements for every university in the United States, right? So quickly, we're going to glance over at the computer and we're going to talk about that. The first thing over here, you want to go on to biomgrad.com. We just added a new feature that I'm going to talk to you about in this video. All you need to do is just go over here and select United States, because this video is about United States. By the way, I'm going to be doing a video for hopefully each of these countries if you guys continue to show interest. And yeah, that's how we're going to go forward with this. Okay, so I'll select United States and it's going to give me the universities based on the rankings. So the top 2 or 3, Harvard, MIT, Stanford, these are the ones that we're going to be focusing on in this video, so we can understand what are the requirements in a better way. Okay, so we'll just click on view more on Harvard, and let me actually show you what are the schools over here. These are the schools. Let's pick a school by random. This is the most popular one, I believe. Harvard Business School. We'll go over here, and then there's all these programs that Harvard Business School offers. Let's say I want to check out the details of a program that is, let's say, engineering, science and business. I believe most of you guys would be interested in that, so we'll take a look at that. Okay, and we'll see the requirements on this page. We'll keep noting down the requirements. Okay, so let me see. Over here we have the admissions tab. We'll go on to the admissions. Then we'll take a look at the requirements required for MBA, all of these things, more details here, but we'll actually look at all the details. Okay, all right, great, this is a good list. Okay, so the things over here are the ones that you will find that are required by most universities. I could just finish this video for this one university, like finishing it up for this one program, but I'll take a look at one or two more if possible, if the time allows. Okay, so the first thing, you require your transcripts. Now transcripts are usually required for a 4-year program in most universities. Now depending on your degree, your area of study, maybe you've studied home science and that's a 3-year program in itself, in India itself, like the bachelor's is 3 years, that's okay. But a lot of people from the engineering, science, technical backgrounds or the MBA, they need a 4-year program usually. Okay, again, we've had exceptions, we've made a video on that as well, you can feel free to check that out. But over here you will need transcripts. What are transcripts? For those of you who do not know, transcripts is basically, a transcript is a single page document. It can be a long page, that's okay. It's a single page document. It'll document all the semesters that you've studied. Okay, your grades for each of the course you took in every semester, they'll be over there. So first, semester 1, all the courses you took, all the grades, all the CGPA you received. Semester 2, all the CGPA. Semester 3, all the courses, all the CGPA. So all of these things, are written down in a serial manner. That's called your transcript. Okay, that's one document you need. If you haven't applied for it, you should do that as soon as possible, because universities can take up a lot of time. Usually they take 15 to 30 days to deliver these documents. Okay, so that's the first thing you will need. Actually, what we'll do is we'll keep making notes. Okay, so I have this notepad. I'll talk about the things that we need. I'll say that documents needed to apply to universities in the USA. Okay, and then we'll write down the documents. So the number 1 document is the transcript. Let's say transcripts. Okay, then we'll move on. We'll see the next one over here. That's your GMAT or your GRE score. Now this may change depending on which degree, which program you're going for. If you're an undergraduate, you may require SATs, ACTs. If you're a graduate student in the field of management or technology, you will require GMAT or GRE. If maybe you're going for a medicine program, you can do the GRE or the MCAT. There's other program tests like the LSAT, depending on your program. Like I said, this is for an MBA program that I've opened it up. You can see Harvard Business School MBA admissions. But depending on your program, you can actually just take a look at other other programs offered by other schools. Maybe you're interested in law school, you can take a look at programs by law schools and the requirements over here from the website. For now, I'm just going to continue doing this. I'm going to tell you that you need standardized test scores. This can be SATs, ACTs, GRE, GMAT, LSAT, MCAT. Off the top of my head, these are the tests that are tested. You usually need only one of these, only one, depending on which one applies in your case. Okay. The next thing over here that you will need, let me actually go over here. These are the TOEFL, IELTS, or PTE scores. Now, what is this TOEFL, IELTS, PTE? See, these are language tests. So, by the way, I know that you've already taken one test to study in the United States, like this one of these, that is. So, why do you need another test? Because these tests, usually you will see, they test you on your English. But the thing is, the English that they will be testing you on is more of an academic culture, like what you will study in academia based on your field. If you're studying medicine, then MCAT will test you on topics which are based on medicine. Okay, so they will already test your English. GRE tests your English, GMAT tests your English. They will also test your math in most cases. They test your math in terms of how you're able to process the equations and all of these things that come in high school usually. And apart from that, they will be testing your English. But still, you need another English language test if you're an international applicant. Okay, so if you're not from the United States originally, you will need an English language test. So let me actually write it over here. You will need an English language, I think I spelled it wrong over here, English language test. And this can be usually the most popular one from the US is the TOEFL, then the IELTS, then the PTE. Some universities accept that as well. So these are the most common tests that you can take. One of these, again, not all of these, only one of these. Then we'll move on to the next requirement over here, and that is the essay. So what is this essay, by the way? Now, an essay is basically, most universities will ask for a statement of purpose. That's what this represents. A statement of purpose just tells the university why you want to go over there. So, think of it like a cover letter if you're applying to a position, to actually work. So it's really about, making up a document which states what your story is, why you would like to study in the US, why that university, why that particular school, right? So that's what it is, and it's really a 1 to 2 page document usually. So the statement of purpose, or you can say essay, and this is 1 to 2 pages in length. You just write it on a blank Word, my MS Word document usually. Okay, so that's that. We'll take a look at the other things. Recommendations. So these are documents which are called letters of recommendation. So you will need usually 2 to 3 recommenders. I would say usually you would need 3 recommenders for most programs in the US. 3 people from maybe your college, from maybe your university, from maybe it's your boss. 3 people who would recommend you to the university that we think this person is eligible for this program. We think you should take him in. We think you should accept this person, give him an admission. So I know it may sound weird if you're not familiar with the process, but this has been going on for a lot of years, and you basically need 3 people to recommend you. Don't worry, it's not that hard to get. If you're thinking we don't have any recommenders, we don't have any people who would sponsor us, it's really not that hard, trust me. I've made some videos about it. I'll be very happy to help you in the process. So basically what you need next is letters of recommendation. These are usually basically you will need 3 documents, 3 of these. Each is about, you can say, 1 page long. Okay, each is about 1 page long. That's usually it. And let's move on to the next requirement over here, and that is the resume. Now your resume is absolutely necessary over here. Most programs that you go for, even if it's an undergraduate program, they will want you to have a resume. So be sure to have a professional resume, single page. If you have not worked in the industry for more than 5 years, you may be a PhD applicant. In that case, your resume can be 5-6 pages long as well. It depends on who you are, what your situation is, what you're applying for. Okay, so you will need your resume. Let me actually write that over here. Resume. Okay, we'll move on to the next requirement, and that is the acceptance of policies. This is not really a requirement. They're just telling you to sign on their policies, like accept the policies that the school abides by. This is not something that you will come up with very often. You'll see very often. This is basically just signing on a document, so it's not really a requirement. Most universities won't even write this as a requirement, so I'm just gonna skip that. Trust me, with my experience, you don't need to worry about this thing. And finally, the fee, which is the application fee that you will be paying after submitting the application. This is usually about $100. Depending on the school, the program, that's just an average that I gave you. Completely depends on a lot of factors. But yeah, these are the things you will require. Again, it's not a document that you will require. In some cases, if you're going for especially a management-based program, in some cases you will need to actually clear an interview as well. So again, the interview, most common questions that are asked, we can do a video about that as well, but these are basically questions that concern the same sort of things that you write in your statement of purpose. Why you would like to attend that school, why that university, what makes you eligible to go over there, what's your experience, what's your background, okay, and what are your future goals. So these are the things that matter. Usually you will see that these are the only requirements for the United States at times, and this is very, very rare. I've seen this in a couple of cases, like the University of California, all their campuses, most of their campuses follow this regime. They also need one additional document. This is again a rare scenario. Only very few universities will require it, and they call it the personal history statement. Okay, what the personal history statement really mentions is, again, you have to write it. It's a 1 to 2 page document, usually 1 page document. You have to tell how you are unique to that field, how you would, maybe if you're going for, let's say, MBA, right? What are the sort of things that you have done in the past, in your history, to actually go ahead with this program? How that kind of shaped your journey into maybe, building your mind up as to someone who would want to pursue an MBA program. So you would want to show them that, this happened in my life and that kind of impacted me, and this is why I'm here, this is why I'm applying, this is why I believe my history kind of, brought me here to this point that I will be applying to this program. And also how you will bring diversity into the program. So, if you've done some things that, make you a little bit of an applicant, which would, if accepted, would make the curriculum more diverse for other applicants as well. Maybe your experience in the past, maybe you're from a very rare field, maybe you've worked in some CERN or something, maybe, some different thing that you've worked on that no one else has worked on. Maybe your experience can be important to the class that you will be attending. Your peers, your other brothers and sisters who will be attending the course. So yeah, those things matter. These are the top 7 documents I would say that are required. Usually you will not require another document. These are usually good enough. Trust me, they're good enough. Of course, there's other things like financial documents. You need to prove to the university that you can actually afford the program. There's other documents like, some countries want you to actually prove that, you will be able to afford the program. And it doesn't usually have to be salary slips. It can be other things, savings, mortgage, all of these things that you can show. But for the application to just apply and get the admission first, these are the things that are necessary. Now the other things that I talked about, financial statements and all of that comes in later on when you actually get the acceptance and you go on for the visa process. Okay, so these are the things that you will need usually. Let me know if you like this video. I know some of you guys might think this is very, very elementary content, and I do very specialized content on my channel, but I just want to dive into this because I know a lot of people who really do not know about the process, do not know what they will need. It will help them, and we'll do similar videos for other countries. Let me actually show you. We have a lot of countries over here, popular ones, right? There's Canada, there's UK, there's Germany, Australia, Singapore, Ireland. If you watched this video to this point, I want you to comment down below and let me know which country would you like me to cover next. So I'll talk to you about the requirements for that country, and we'll move forward from there. We'll see if the interest is there. I'll do a lot more content over that, surrounding that. Okay, I'm sorry I couldn't cover, by the way, a lot of other schools. I just covered one. I did not know it'll take me 15 minutes. But feel free to actually, just select United States over here. Maybe go on to MIT, check out their schools that they have, and then, check out the admission requirements on their pages. So you'll get all of this information over here. It's already free for you guys. Hope that this video helped you. Subscribe to the channel if you like this video. There's more content coming your way. And thank you so much for watching. Have a good day and bye.